Hi y'all! The English version of Twst is coming out tomorrow, and since we know what events we'll be getting, I thought I'd make a quick guide on magic gems, the cards and events we'll be getting, and trying to predict when the events will happen. In order to do the gacha, you're going to need magic gems or magic keys. There's two kinds of gems, paid and free. Frankly, I have no idea how to buy magic gems in Twst. I've never done it, and it's not in the event shop, so I have no idea. If you want to buy gems, great, I love that for you, but I'll be talking more about free-to-play stuff. So one 10 pull costs 300 free gems or 10 paid gems. The pity system in Twst is pretty standard, honestly. If you pull 99 times and you don't get an SSR, on the 100th pull you will. On normal banners, you're guaranteed that you'll get an SSR, but not necessarily the one on the banner. The only exception is the birthday banners, where you are guaranteed that SSR if you haven't gotten him in 99 pulls, and then the 100th you will. Once you get that SSR, or an SSR, the pity resets. When there are big events such as Halloween ones, multiple SSRs will be added to the pool at once, but they receive individual rate-up banners where the probability on getting them is higher. I'll explain this more in depth later in the video, because it's long. It's long. As for magic keys, there's a couple of different kinds, but the main ones are single keys and 10 pull keys. A magic key can be exchanged for 1 pull, and a 10 pull key can get you a full 10 pull. So I wouldn't say Twst is particularly generous, but nor is it stingy. I think it's somewhere in the middle. You can be totally free to play, but it does require some saving and planning, and that's why we're here today. You can get gems from logging in every day. If you log in every day for a week, you'll get a total of 60 gems. Breaking that down, on day 2 of logging in, you'll get 15 gems. On day 4, you'll get 20. And on the 7th day, you get 25. To earn a free 10 pull from login only, which is 300 gems and not 3,000 like I originally wrote because I'm a fucking idiot, you will need to save for 5 weeks. If you complete all the weekly missions, you can earn 60 gems a week, so even more. The breakdown is 10 gems for doing 50 lessons, 10 gems for doing 5 Twst tunes, or rhythmic as we know it in JP, 10 gems for doing 5 exams, and 30 for completing all the weekly missions. If you log in every day and complete all the weekly missions religiously, you'll get 120 gems a week, and then it's only like 2.5 weeks that you have to save for a full 10 pull, which is actually pretty decent. As for 10 pull keys, Twst regularly gives out 10 pull keys for characters as birthdays, and you can use these whenever you want. So like, let's say it's Trey's birthday, but you're not a huge fan of Trey, sorry Trey, and you want to use that later. You can totally do that. You can save it for, Malleus's birthday or whatever character's birthday you want. You can use it on event banners. You can use them on the normal banner. You don't have to use them on the birthday banner, and they don't expire. So you're good to use them whenever, which I really do like. I think that's a really nice feature. Single keys are given out for completing various goals and events, and you can also purchase them. They're a lot more ubiquitous than the 10 pull keys. They add up. It is really annoying constantly doing solo YOLOs with them, though, not gonna lie. So far in JP, there's been 13 events, not counting reruns. Now, I'm going to go over all of the events and their cards. If you play on JP and you're just here for event predictions, feel free to skip to the timestamp on screen and in the description box as well. If you're totally new or you don't know all of the events and banners and the cards and everything, we're going to go over it. Don't worry, I'm going to go over it in excruciating detail. So a couple of side notes before we begin. Some of these names that I'm referring to the events by are fan-translated names and not the official translations, so some names might be different when EN drops them. And also, I'm assuming methods of getting cards will be the same between servers, but that may not end up being the case. At least for the non-gacha cards. We'll get into it. Okay, so, first event. Happy Beans Day Seize the Golden Harp has 2 gacha cards and 2 participation rewards. SSR Azul and SR Jack are the gacha cards, while SR Jade and R Kate are not. In order to get Jade, you have to clear episode 5, and for Kate, clear episode 3. As of January 2022, it has had 1 rerun. Fairy Gala has 2 gacha cards, SSR Leona and SR Jamil, and the event participation cards, SR Kaleem and SR Ruggy. To get Ruggy, you have to clear the event story. For Kaleem, you have to clear the event story and collect a certain amount of special event items. For JP, it was 1,000, and I'd imagine that'll be the same for EN as well. Fairy Gala is the standard event type when it comes to getting cards, so you'll have the 2 gacha cards that are the SSR and the SR, and then the event participation cards where you get 1 by clearing the story, and then the SR by getting a certain amount of items and also clearing the stories. So keep in mind that this is the basic format for the majority of events in this game. This is the standard. If I say something has the standard event type, this is what I'm talking about. So Ghost Marriage is a strange event in that the rerun added 2 new cards. So the initial run had the average, event type, and the gacha cards were SSR Ace and SR Apple. The participation cards were SR Rook and then SR Riddle, who, like Kaleem and Fairy Gala, was only made permanent after clearing the story, but it was 800 event items instead of 1,000. In the rerun that happened next year, 2 new cards were added, SSR Idia to the gacha and SR Lilia to, event participation, and you had to earn 1,000 event items as well as clearing the story. Honestly, whether EN will have Idia and Lilia in Ghost Marriage from the start is totally up in the air. If you want to be safe, save for them as if they're going to be in the first run. If you just want to bank on it being a rerun thing for those last 2 cards, maybe you don't have to save. That's totally up to you, and I honestly don't know what EN is going to do. I don't know the pace they're going to go for the game, so, you do you on that one. And also, as a side note, this is the only event that we've had that, it's had the rerun, and then the rerun added new things from the original run, so just a heads up that this is kind of a weird event. So Wish Upon a Star's gacha cards were SSR Deuce and SR Orto. R-Tray was the story clear award, and SR Idia was made permanent by clearing the story and earning the event item. This event has not been rerun. It's a good event, though. I really recommend it. Okay, Scary Monsters. This is gonna be a lot, so we're gonna walk through it, okay? We got this. We got this, guys. So Scary Monsters Screaming Halloween Show is a huge event. Halloween in Twisted Wonderland is huge. This is the event of the year. So just keep that in mind. Several SSRs were added to the gacha at once, and this is kind of how it works. So, you have all of the SSRs and SRs added to the gacha at once. So from the beginning of the event, you have a chance at getting all of them. However, each banner is technically a rate up. So, for example, this event had SSR Jade, Vil, and Kate, and then the SRs were Lilia, Azul, and Jack. So while they were all added to the gacha pool at the same time, only one SSR and one SR have a rate up at one time. So the beginning one was Jade and Lilia, and they were the only ones that had a rate up. So you had a higher chance of getting them versus Vil and Kate, who you could get, but they did not have that higher rate. So please pay attention to what the banner shows and who is on it and who is the rate up specifically. You can get them from the beginning, but it will be harder, so I would really suggest waiting until that rate up banner. So, and the banners also generally had 2 runs during the event because, this event's kind of long. It's really kind of long. The first run of Scary Monsters was 49 days long. Unlike previous events, there's no item collection involved with Screaming Halloween Show, and once again, I don't know if these requirements will be the same in EN, but these were the following requirements for JP. To get R Deuce, you needed to clear the first half of Episode 1. For R Kaleem, clear Episode 2 Part 8. For R Apple, clear all of Episode 2. For R Idia, clear Episode 4 Part 18. And finally, for SR Malleus, clear Episode 5 entirely. As of January 2022, this event has had 1 rerun. So, NRC MasterChef is a reoccurring event, but the food theme changes every time, as do the cards, so as of now, although we've had more NRC MasterChef events, these ones specifically have not been rerun yet. For the meat-themed event, oh god, that's a sentence. The cards were SR Riddle and SR Silver. You could get the cards via gacha or from the event shop. However, you can only buy 1 SR from the event shop, so basically you have to bank on either getting both of them from gacha, or at least getting 1 from the gacha so you can buy the other one in the event shop. I personally have never been able to get both in the gacha, but I do know someone who has. So, it can happen. You can do it, but just heads up, So, Vargas Camp went back to the standard event time for Twisted Wonderland. The gacha cards were SSR Ruggy and SR Floyd, and the event participation cards were R Leona and SR Sebek. This event has not been rerun. So Happy Beans Day Wireless Brawl follows the usual event format as well. SSR Floyd and SR Rook were the gacha cards, and then we had R. Jamil and SR Vil. It has not been rerun. NRC MasterChef Nostalgic Home of Spice had the usual NRC MasterChef thing going on with the event shop and the gacha. So the cards were SR Trey and SR Kaleem. Scalding Sands' Eliabu Nadi had SSR Jamil and SR Malleus as the gacha cards. SR Kate could be get by collecting items and clearing the story, and this is terrible, I'm going to hell for laughing at this. Poor Trey was once again the R card that you could get just by reading everything. I'm honestly starting to think the dev team doesn't like Trey, but oh well. As of now, this event has not been rerun yet. So NRC MasterChef Beans in Life had my favorite menace, SR Lilia, and my favorite enabler, SR Jade. Scary Monsters Endless Halloween Night had the same pattern as the previous Halloween event in that although the SSRs and SRs were added at the same time, only 2 had a rate up at a time, so heads up, same format, same deal. Yeah. The gacha SSRs were Riddle, Rook, and Silver, while the gacha SRs were Ruggy, Trey, and Leona. R. Sebek was earned by clearing Episode 1, Part 13, R. Orto by clearing Episode 2, Part 9, R. Floyd by clearing Episode 3, Part 20, R. Jamil by clearing Episode 4, Part 6, and SR Ace by clearing Episode 5 entirely. It hasn't been reran, like it ended a month ago, we have not had the time. We haven't had the time. And also, it's January, it's not October. Sam's New Year's sale had SSR Kaleem and the gacha, and then SR Deuce, who you could get by clearing the event story. This event literally ended 5 days ago, so it hasn't been reran, because it just ended. And our last event that we know of is NRC MasterChef Salmon for that's not what it's called. It's like Lura or Charma Fish or something. I've seen it translated multiple ways. Anyway, so it's SR Jamil and SR Deuce. It's the same format as the MasterChef event, so we know it. We got this, guys. We got it. It's literally going on right now, so it hasn't been reran because this is the first run. Basically, every single gacha game celebrates characters' birthdays, and Twst is no exception. I will say that I have no idea when Twst will start birthday events for EN. JP started with Jamil in September, the September following launch, and we've already had a full card set where everyone kind of has the same outfit and stuff, so we're on to the second one right now. If EN was starting the first wave of birthday cards as soon as possible, the first person to get one would be Kate. But considering his birthday isn't that too long after launch, I don't know if they're gonna immediately jump into it, so I don't know if we're gonna get him first, or we'll be like JP and we'll get Jamil first, or EN will do its own thing and we get someone else first, so heads up. Again, the birthday SSR is guaranteed within 100 pulls on that banner. I famously got Malleus on my 100th pull because apparently he was mad at me and I was on the metaphorical couch. But hopefully you guys don't have that luck. I mean, I usually don't have that luck in Twst, but I digress. Because we can concretely say when these banners will be up, I'm gonna go ahead and just say all of the birthdays and give a few tips for some of them that might be a little... You'll see. Lilia, January 1st. Malleus, January 18th. Kate, February 4th. Azul, February 24th. Sebek, March 17th. Vil, April 9th. Ruggy, April 18th, Epple, May 6th, Silver, May 15th, Deuce, June 3rd, Kaleem, June 25th, Leona, July 27th, Ordo, August 14th, Riddle, August 24th, Jamil, September 12th, and again, he was the first for JP, don't know if he'll be the first for EN. Ace, September 23rd, Jack, October 11th, Trey, October 25th, Jade and Floyd, November 5th. Just a quick tip, I have no idea if the Tweels will be as popular when the fan base gets bigger, but in the current one, they are insanely popular and they regularly crash the JP server when their birthday comes around. This has happened 2 years in a row. I mean, even their solo SSR cards manage to habitually crash the game and crash the servers. So, if you want these cards, be very, very patient in getting them. You might not be able to get them as soon as they drop because the server may crash. And also, as another side note, Jade and Floyd are not in the same birthday banner. Their banners are separate and happening simultaneously. So if you want both of them, you're going to have to save twice as much. And the last 2 birthdays are Rook on December 2nd and Idia on December 18th. So I did 2 forecasts, one using the average event duration and dead periods between events, and the other one using the same day durations and dead periods as JP. I found that events ran for an average of 21 days, and there's an average of 22 days between events. For the other one I did, to explain it with examples, from launch to the first event for JP, there was 42 days of dead time, and the event lasted 15 days. This is counting starting days, by the way. So I collected all these numbers and then counted them from the release of EN to try and guess when the events would be. However, both have wonky schedules, and I don't know if EN would actually use these. With the averages, it puts the very Halloween-themed scary monsters in August, which, no, I don't think EN would do that. I mean, I'm praying to God EN doesn't fucking do that. But the other forecast, which I call just same as JP, some events are just placed a little strangely. Like, sure, Scary Monsters is partially in October, but it starts in August, which wouldn't really line up with what we've seen in JP so far. And maybe EN will change it, but currently in JP, if an event, at least for Scary Monsters, it'll usually start in October, and then it'll run past October. It won't start before and then end, like, at the end of October. Maybe EN will do something different, I don't know, but that's just kind of what we've seen so far. So, using these, I don't know if it's really gonna end up predicting things well. At least with placement. I do think the event lengths will probably be the same. With this still being kind of a bummer, I do think there is a little bit of a way to figure out when events might be and kind of estimate, because a lot of these events are actually seasonal. So Happy Beans Day is loosely based off of the Japanese holiday Setsubun, which happens in February, so it might be in February. Ghost Marriage is wedding themed and will probably be in June. I would be shocked if it wasn't in June. Wish Upon a Star is loosely based off of Tanabata, so July for that, and then obviously Screaming Halloween Show for October. Oh, and Sans New Year's sale around New Year's, but like that event literally just happened, so I think it's going to be a little while until it's added to the game. So, what did we learn today? That I have way too much time on my hands, and I like making spreadsheets and math, despite the fact I'm not a math queer. But for realsies, I hope this video helped you out in some way, and you feel more prepared for when EN drops on the 20th. I am super hype, and oh my god, I'm still just kind of in a dream state. Like, I really thought we would never get Twst outside of Japan, so I'm just really excited that we're actually getting it, you know? This is hella short notice because I'm uploading this the day before launch, but I will be streaming Twst on Twitch on launch day. That's a tongue twister. So I'll be streaming that over on Twitch, and I'll also be doing major events and new story drops over there. You can follow me over there, or if you just want the archives, I'll be posting them on this channel. So if Twitch isn't your thing, you'll be getting them eventually on this channel. So subscribe if you want to see those, and let me know what cards you're dying for. I really want Ghost Marriage Ace and Halloweenville. I wanted those cards so freaking badly on JP, and I wasn't able to get either of them, so I'm hoping for EN. I'll see you guys later, and I hope you come join me in crying on launch day on Twitch, or just on here, wherever. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye!